Shazam just definitely holds up as a really good DC film. Just an overall good film. Seriously, it's not like this movie is anyway overrated, maybe, but underrated for like it doesn't get a much appreciation. It really does. It's rankings and some other people's lists that I've seen here and there, and it has been talked about always just like, yeah, this movie sucks, that movie's not good, but Shazam though. So it's not like I'm kind of doing any kind of defense like that, but man, it just give it like a nice like shadow where Shazam is a good movie. Like, getting to watch it every now and then when I get the chance really is a fun movie. It's a kind of testament, as in like when films that were popular because they were dark. That saying, if you heard of that, I like how Shazam could be like, it's still dark. Don't get me wrong. There's still those kinds of elements, especially like the filmmaking and the whole crew process, but still like the tone that it has, like now it feels like this is a movie where it's like it's lighter in the sense where like we need a movie like this every now and then, like just to have a good time at the movies and still have some kind of investment with this. Like who would have thought, like in certain films you get like kid actors with adult actors, and one might not work over the other. It's usually one case. It's usually, you know, it's kind of cliche or stereotypical at this point. You're like, yeah, we expect this, expect that. But no, like in this movie, you wanted to care from both sides of the identity, the look that is Shazam. And I cared about it when it was Billy with his family, that he was trying to search for his actual family, and then his adoptive family. That's what becomes the message overall. And still having everybody in there kind of have a little time to shine, have their little characters kind of thing, but it's mostly him and his little friend. That's like his out of his family. That's those other two for sure. And I really do, care about this, like where it doesn't feel forced. There's a bit where you might say it's kind of like movie formulaic of a family, but it works in like the writing. It works when it gives them certain time to kind of invest in it. So that's kind of what pays off for me. And Shazam's side, actual, yeah, Zachary Levi was perfect casting. Seriously, he's fun. He's likable. You understand that, like, you can see this character be the character that he is, and he's still, it's fun seeing him adapt to, like, how he's a kid and he's an adult, and he can do now stuff as an adult. That's kind of like a fun, aspect to it. And still just, he gives the heart, he gives that kind of just the innocence that, especially a lot of movies, I'm not giving that kind of judgment, like, man, not every movie's so fun now. It's just like everything's got to be so rushed, so hard, times of a like life lesson. No, it's just, this is a perfect example. It's like where it's fun to see, like, just it be more lightful, still be more heroic. This is a nice little way to be like, this is a movie that has hope. That hope stamp of approval. If it has a badge, I'm like, you get a hope badge kind of thing. And I like that. It's like, and it tackles the commentaries a bit of how like a superhero film is kind of filmed. So definitely, as like someone that wants to be a filmmaker, or someone that looks into filmmaking and filmmaker stuff, I like that kind of like little nods. Like I like those little notices as well for the film. The villains, they could have been better, but they are kind of like every now and then. Can't really think of one right now, but like whether it's DC, Marvel, yeah, DC, Marvel, everybody's guilty to this. Every now and then you have that villain that it's justifiable for the sense of what the family, what the hero, what the good people, like the protagonist, the good people have to go through, and I like that. And even it still has a background for that. That's what kind of like I like it, but overall it really caters more to Shazam. His background, his story, is really Shazam's story, and I really do just have a good time with this movie. It's just like, yeah, when it gets really emotional, like you're like, man, you really feel it. It doesn't feel like, what are you doing wasting time? You're like, no, this really hits in the certain feels, like they cover the beats right with how, yeah, just really what went on with the story. And then just, seeing him also like also the certain changes they do where everybody teams up, the whole family, like again, the family is like a key component without it hitting you over the head, but seeing them just kind of like team up and just seeing the full-on Shazam climax. The Shazam climax is just, it's crowd pleasing for me. I really do just enjoy just seeing them just, go through the struggles, go through the wins. It's yeah, uh, it's hard to tell if you're like, man, but in filmmaking process and like the filmmaking, like, we should have had like these kind of thought-provoking thoughts. So I'm like, come on, get your head out of your butt every now and then, okay? You don't You get just get your head out of your butt and just like kind of enjoy it. And like, it is fun. And it's it does the job. Definitely does the job for it to just be like this fun superhero film. So let me know, guys, what you thought of like just the whole Shazam. How is it living up to you guys? How are you guys enjoying this movie? All this in the comments below. And as always, Rolling Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.